Huge improvements as we've gotten a little bit later into the afternoon compared to this morning when we were dealing with heavy rain and strong wind gusts. Now First Alert Live radar is scanning the skies with nothing to show. Connecticut's only live Doppler radar certainly getting a bit of a break compared to what we saw earlier today. A live look on our ICAM Middletown. Route 9 looking dry right now. Traffic flowing pretty nicely. Not even too many cars on the road. And otherwise, things are a bit brighter than they've been throughout most of the day. A live look on our ICAM in New London. Still completely covered in clouds, overcast skies, 47 degrees with wind out of the west-northwest at about 10 miles per hour. Sustained speeds between 5 and 10 miles an hour this evening, so not nearly as windy as what we saw this morning. Temperatures tonight under partly cloudy skies fall into the mid and upper 30s in northwestern and northeastern Connecticut. Along 91 closer to 40 degrees, low 40s along the shoreline and the 95 corridor. So tomorrow for the Manchester road race, we're expecting a mix of sun and clouds, partly to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures right around 43 degrees at 10 a.m. when everything kicks off. And throughout the Thanksgiving holiday, it really looks like a gorgeous afternoon with temperatures climbing from the 40s at 8 a.m. into the upper 40s by 11 o'clock. By 2 p.m., around 50 degrees inland, lower 50s along the shoreline. And then after the sun sets tomorrow with clear skies, we're still in the 40s around 5 o'clock, dropping into the 30s to near 40 for 8 p.m. Travel locally tomorrow should be much easier than it was today. First Alert Futurecast shows low pressure moving away later tonight as high pressure begins to settle in. We're again expecting quite a bit of sunshine tomorrow. On Friday morning, we'll have this cold front nearby. As it passes through, there's no moisture for it to work with. So outside of perhaps a brief little bit of cloud cover, we're expecting still very bright conditions to end off the week. And then high pressure settles in for Saturday, but behind it, temperatures will drop back. So we are expecting things to get a bit chillier as we get into the weekend itself. Great news, though. That means that both Black Friday and decorating on Friday should be good to go get out there and enjoy. This is all coming off of the active weather that we dealt with this morning. Some of the higher elevations ended up with about 2 inches of snow in Connecticut. Elsewhere, we saw 1 to 2 inches of rain. Stratford and Northford came in with over 3 inches of rain. The strongest gust, Groton at the airport, 53 miles per hour. Elsewhere, right around 30 to 40 miles an hour. Milford did top out around 41. So much quieter weather as we get into the holiday itself, right through the weekend. Black Friday looking good. Colder on Saturday. Highs only around 40 degrees. On Sunday, we recover slightly, and then a morning shower on Monday. Giving you the first alert here that things will be a little bit unsettled as we start off next week. We're just expecting rain there. Both models in pretty good agreement at this point in time, and the timing of this, again, this will impact really just Monday morning with improvements expected as we get into the afternoon. A bit breezier, but that little storm system will usher in more chilly air for Tuesday and Wednesday next week. We're forecasting highs on Tuesday to be only in the 30s, back down into the 20s overnight into Wednesday, topping out Wednesday afternoon right around 40 degrees. So, Kara, as we end off November, we're certainly getting a preview of weather that would be much more typical in December. We'll have another check of the First Alert 7-day coming up.
All right.